My dear friend, have you ever poured yourself a simple glass of water, believing you were doing the best thing for your health? For our entire lives, we've been told to drink more water, that it's the secret to staying healthy and active. It's a belief we all share. But what if I told you that for those of us over 65, this daily habit could be a quiet mistake? Yes, you heard that correctly. Even if you're drinking 8 glasses a day, you could be unknowingly weakening your own muscles. As a doctor, I have seen a heartbreaking pattern. Wonderful, active seniors who suddenly begin to experience more falls, a frightening loss of balance, or wake in the middle of the night to agonizing leg cramps. And here's the shocking truth no one talks about. The problem isn't the water. It's what's not in the water. The issue isn't something you're doing wrong. But with years of clinical experience, I can tell you that in almost every case, these issues stemmed from one missing ingredient in their daily glass. It's a silent change happening inside our bodies. I'll never forget a patient of mine, a retired teacher from Ohio named John. He drank plenty of water, yet constantly felt dizzy and weak. His family was terrified that it was his heart. The truth, however, was much simpler, and the solution was waiting right in his kitchen. In this video, I will show you exactly what that missing ingredient is. I'll explain the simple, science-backed way to turn your water into a powerful tool for muscle strength, better hydration, and even brain protection. And please, make sure you watch until the end. The fourth principle I'm going to share is the one most overlooked, and it's tied directly to something we all treasure, our memory. This information might just change your life. Everything I share today is based on recognized science and my years of helping seniors just like you. Before we dive in, I truly want to know how many of you have faced this. If what I just shared feels familiar, perhaps a moment of dizziness or a sudden leg cramp, please comment a simple yes below. It shows me you understand, and it shows others they are not alone. Okay, let's get started. Alright, so let's begin with our very first principle. This one is simple, incredibly effective, and you likely have everything you need for it in your kitchen right now. Principle number 1. Lemon and mineral salt. A simple home remedy to help your muscles hold water. My dear friend, sometimes the smallest change in our morning routine can lead to the biggest shift in how we feel all day long. Many of us have the admirable habit of drinking a large glass of plain water right after waking up. We believe we are starting the day right, flushing out toxins and rehydrating our bodies. And while the intention is perfect, the execution is often flawed, especially after the age of 60. You see, when you drink a glass of plain water on an empty stomach, much of it can pass right through your system too quickly. It's like pouring water onto hard, dry soil. It runs off instead of soaking in deep. It might quench your immediate thirst, but it doesn't perform the deep, cellular hydration your muscles and joints are truly craving. Let me gently explain the science behind this. As we gracefully age, the very cells in our muscles begin to change. They start to lose their youthful, sponge-like ability to hold on to water. They become a bit stiffer, less elastic. So, water doesn't stay where it's needed most. Now, this is where the magic of 2 simple ingredients comes in. First, fresh lemon. Lemon contains a small but significant amount of citric acid. This acid helps water pass more efficiently through your small intestine, which means instead of rushing through your body and out again, it has a much better chance of being absorbed properly into your bloodstream and delivered to your cells. But that's not all. Lemon also brings a dose of vitamin C, which supports the formation of collagen, the natural protein that keeps your muscles, your joints, and even your skin feeling supple and strong. The second part of this powerful duo is mineral salt. I'm speaking specifically about pink Himalayan salt or a pure, natural sea salt. Now, why is this so critically important? Because as our bodies age, they become less efficient at holding onto essential trace minerals like potassium and magnesium. We lose them more easily, and these are the very minerals that our muscles desperately need to function properly. Think of these minerals as tiny, intelligent gatekeepers for your muscle cells. They help to carry water into the cells and then lock the gate behind it, holding that precious fluid inside where it belongs. They also have a calming effect on nerve signals, which can significantly reduce those sudden muscle twitches and painful leg cramps, especially the ones that jolt you awake at night. This brings me to the symptoms that so many people just blame on getting older. Do your knees feel strong in the morning but weak and achy by the afternoon? Do you wake up in the middle of the night with a searing pain in your calf? That isn't just wear and tear. That is often a sign of cellular dehydration. Your body isn't just asking for more water. It's asking for smarter water. Water that knows how to stay. I remember a patient of mine, a lovely 72-year-old retired librarian from Florida named Mary. She was a textbook case. She drank water religiously all day long, even kept a bottle by her bed. Yet, every single night, she was woken up by excruciating leg cramps. She was frustrated, tired, and starting to believe this was just her new reality. I suggested only one change to her morning routine. I gave her this simple recipe. She was skeptical, but she was also desperate enough to try anything. After just 1 week, she called me, and I could hear the relief in her voice. She said, "Doctor, it's gone. The cramping is gone. I don't know why, but I feel steadier on my feet." What she was feeling was the power of true, deep hydration. So here is the exact, simple action you can take starting tomorrow morning. First, get a glass of room temperature water, about 8 to 10 ounces. Cold water can be a bit of a shock to the system first thing in the morning. Then, take a fresh lemon and squeeze in the juice from a slice or two. Finally, add just a small pinch of pink Himalayan salt or natural sea salt, no more than 1/4 of a small teaspoon. Stir it gently and drink it before your coffee, before your breakfast. Let this be the very first thing that nourishes your body. Please, stop just drinking plain water in the morning. Start nurturing your body with the smart, effective hydration it truly needs. One very important note: avoid using regular white table salt. It is highly processed and contains mostly sodium, which can be a concern for blood pressure. The power of this remedy lies in the rich trace minerals of unrefined salt. If you find this simple tip helpful, please take a moment and comment with the word "simple" below. It lets me know we are on the right track. Alright, let's move on to our second principle. This one addresses a very common and often frightening experience for many seniors: that sudden feeling of instability. Principle number 2. Natural electrolyte powder. The quiet support for strength and stability. Have you ever stood up from your favorite armchair a little too quickly and felt the world spin for a second? That sudden head rush that makes you grab for the table to steady yourself? Or perhaps you've been on your usual morning walk and suddenly felt your legs turn heavy, far more tired than they should be. Many people dismiss this. They think, "Oh, I just got up too fast," or they blame it on the heat, or even worse, they begin to worry that it's a problem with their heart. But in so many cases, especially after 60, the real reason is something much simpler and much easier to fix. It's a condition I call silent dehydration. And it quietly drains your energy, your balance, and your muscle strength, often without any obvious warning signs. Here is the scientific reality of what's happening inside your body. Electrolytes are tiny but absolutely essential minerals. Things like sodium, potassium, magnesium, and calcium. They are the master controllers of fluid inside your cells. Imagine them as little gates on the outside of your muscle cells. When your electrolyte levels are perfectly balanced, these gates work beautifully, pulling water into the muscle and keeping it there, giving you that feeling of strength and stability. But when those levels are low, the gates get weak. Water slips right through, leaving your muscles feeling flat, dry, and prone to fatigue or cramping. No matter how much plain water you drink, it won't be enough unless you also replace the minerals your body is losing. Now, why does this become so critical after the age of 60? Two things are happening. First, our body's natural thirst signal, the one that tells our brain we need to drink, becomes weaker and less reliable. This means you might not even feel thirsty when your body is already running low on fluids. At the exact same time, our kidneys often start to flush out more of these vital minerals. This process can be accelerated if you take certain common medications, like blood pressure tablets or diuretics. The result is a body that looks fine on the outside, but inside, it's silently crying out for the very electrolytes it needs to function. Those feelings of dizziness, that unexplained fatigue, that sense that your legs just aren't holding you up the way they used to. These are all classic symptoms of an electrolyte imbalance. Recent research has shown that using the right kind of electrolyte powder can improve hydration inside your muscle cells by as much as 30%. 30%. That is a significant improvement that you can actually feel. Think about a gentleman I treated, a 71-year-old named Robert who loved his daily walk to the local market. But recently, he'd started feeling dizzy whenever he stood for too long or turned around quickly. He began to fear falling. He thought maybe it was a serious neurological issue. After a checkup, we discovered his heart and brain were fine. The issue was a classic case of electrolyte depletion. We made just one change. We added a clean, natural electrolyte powder to his daily routine. Within 10 days, he reported feeling far steadier. He told me, "I walked to the market today and didn't feel tired once, and I didn't have to stop to hold onto the wall." His confidence returned, not just in his body, but in his life. That is the profound impact of this simple change. So here is the practical action you can take. You must look for a clean, gentle electrolyte powder with absolutely no sugar, no caffeine, and no artificial colors or flavorings. Take just half a teaspoon of the powder and mix it into about 16 ounces of water. And here is the key: do not drink it all at once. Sip it slowly over the course of 30 to 60 minutes. This slow sipping allows your body to absorb it properly, helping those vital minerals reach the places they are needed most. Please, don't wait for a fall or a serious scare to happen. Listen to your body's quiet whispers before they become a shout. It's crucial to avoid those colorful, sugary sports drinks you see in stores. They are designed for young athletes and can spike your blood sugar and disrupt your sleep. You need something gentle, pure, and designed for your body's needs today. Was this surprising to you? If you learned something new right now, let me know by commenting, "Wow," below. Now, I completely understand that for some of you, the salty or mineral-like taste of electrolyte powders might be a bit strong or unpleasant. And if you don't enjoy it, you're not going to stick with it. But your body still needs those essential minerals. So, that brings us to a softer, more natural option. Principle number 3. Freeze-dried coconut water. A gentle alternative for sensitive palates and tired bodies. This solution is one that feels wonderfully familiar, light, and yet it is powerfully healing. You have surely heard the age-old advice, especially during hot summer months: drink coconut water. It's the best thing for you. Well, that isn't just a grandmother's tale. Modern science wholeheartedly agrees. Coconut water is truly nature's electrolyte drink. It is naturally packed with potassium and magnesium, two of the most important minerals your body needs after 60. Potassium plays a key role in helping to regulate healthy blood pressure, while magnesium is essential for proper muscle function, helping to prevent cramps and spasms. Together, they help your cells hold on to water instead of losing it. But let's be practical. Getting fresh coconuts every day can be difficult, if not impossible, for most of us. This is where the wonderful innovation of freeze-dried coconut water powder becomes a true blessing. It is simply fresh coconut water that has been carefully dried in a way that preserves all the delicate minerals and nutrients. It's made into a light, convenient powder that's incredibly easy to store. There's no chopping, no spilling, and no worrying about it going bad. You can keep a small tin of it right next to your tea and coffee. And unlike many electrolyte powders, it has a naturally smooth and slightly sweet taste that most people find very pleasant and refreshing. So, why does this work so well for a body over 60? As we age, our digestion can become a bit slower, and our ability to absorb minerals from our food can weaken. Our muscles also tend to dry out faster. Coconut water contains a gentle amount of natural glucose, which acts like a friendly little helper. It essentially holds hands with the minerals and amino acids and carries them directly into your muscle cells. This means your body doesn't just drink the fluid, it truly absorbs the nourishment within it. You may not feel a dramatic jolt of energy in one day, but over the course of a week, you'll likely notice your body feeling calmer, more balanced, and more stable from within. Another quiet benefit is its support for healthy blood pressure. It doesn't cause spikes like caffeine or salty drinks can. It actually helps relax the blood vessels, which can reduce mild swelling and support deeper, more restful sleep. The symptoms that this can help with are the feeling of being completely exhausted, even after doing small chores around the house. If your joints ache more than they should, or your mood dips for no apparent reason, it could very well be a sign that your body is simply depleted of minerals and proper hydration. I think of Mrs. Susan, a 68-year-old retired teacher from here in Mumbai. During the summer months, she would feel utterly drained. She had tried electrolyte powders but just couldn't stand the salty aftertaste. When I suggested she try coconut water powder, she was a bit skeptical. She thought, will this little thing really help? But she agreed to try just 1 glass every day around 11 a.m. After just a week, she called me, and I could hear the smile in her voice. She said, "Doctor, my knees are not crying like before. I even went to the temple and climbed all the steps without holding the rail." It wasn't a miracle. It was simply gentle, correct hydration. Her mind felt more alert, her body felt lighter, all from one quiet, pleasant change. Here is the simple action you can take. Take 1 teaspoon of the freeze-dried coconut water powder and mix it with about 10 to 16 ounces of cool or room temperature water. Stir it gently and sip it slowly, perhaps in the late morning or early afternoon when you feel a little slump. Just try to avoid drinking it too close to bedtime to give your body a few hours to process it. So, if your body feels tired even after rest, consider this gentle support. It is not salty, not artificial, but sweet, natural, and deeply nourishing. It is a daily gift to your aging muscles, wrapped in nature's softest touch. If you love natural solutions like this one, please share that with me by commenting "nature" below. Now, for our 4th and final principle. I want to talk about something you may have heard of in gyms or seen on bottles meant for young men lifting weights, and you might naturally think, "Oh, that's not for me." I am talking about creatine. But please, give me just a few moments to gently change that belief, because modern science is telling us a very different story now. A story that absolutely includes you, your strength, your stability, and even your peace of mind. Principle number 4. Low-dose creatine. Gentle power for muscles and memory. First and foremost, let's be perfectly clear. Creatine is not a chemical or a steroid. It is a completely natural compound that your own body already produces and stores inside your muscles. It works quietly in the background, helping your muscles with short, essential bursts of energy. Think about the energy it takes to stand up from a low chair, to climb a flight of stairs, or to lift a bag of groceries. That is the kind of energy creatine supports. But, just like many things in life, as we cross the 60-year mark, our body's own production of creatine begins to decline. It slows down, and that is precisely when that deep fatigue can set in more easily. Muscles feel tired after very little effort, and recovery from a busy day becomes harder. The wonderful news is that you don't need the large doses that bodybuilders use. Just a very small low dose, only 1 to 2 grams of pure creatine monohydrate per day, which is about half a small teaspoon, can gently and safely refill your muscle's energy tank. Unlike heavy protein powders, this low dose is light, safe for most seniors, and is virtually tasteless when mixed in water. And its benefits go far beyond just muscle strength. Creatine has another remarkable property. It helps your muscles hold onto water inside the cells. This is not the kind of water that causes bloating or swelling. This is deep, intracellular hydration that makes your legs feel steady, your knees feel more supported, and your body more resilient. And here is the part that I find most exciting for my senior patients. The benefits are not just for the body, but also for the brain. Yes, creatine is also stored in the brain, where it acts as a vital energy reserve for your nerve cells. What does this mean for you? In older adults, supplementing with a low dose can lead to clearer thinking, fewer of those frustrating senior moments or memory lapses, and a reduction in that afternoon brain fog. So, if you've ever walked into a room and completely forgotten why you went in there, or struggled to recall a simple word during a conversation, this may be a quiet, powerful solution. Those symptoms of mental fatigue are not an inevitable part of aging. They are often a sign that your brain is simply low on energy. Research has consistently shown that low-dose creatine is safe for most seniors, even those with well-managed health conditions. A gentleman I know, a 70-year-old retired school principal named David, was so proud of his independence. But he had recently started needing the handrail to get up the stairs. His mornings were becoming harder, with stiffness in his lower back and knees. He was hesitant when I suggested it. He laughed and said, "I'm not a gym person, doctor." But he agreed to try it, just 1 small dose in warm water before bed. After about 2 weeks, he noticed he felt a bit steadier. After 1 month, he walked up 3 floors to his apartment without pausing. By the 2nd month, he told me, I no longer avoid my morning walks, and I no longer fear the stairs. It wasn't a sudden miracle. It was science, applied gently and consistently. So here is my suggestion. Consider adding just 1 to 2 grams of pure creatine monohydrate powder to a glass of water each day. The best time is often in the evening, as your body enters its natural repair mode during sleep. It has no taste, no smell, and doesn't upset digestion. Please, don't let the word creatine scare you. Think of it as an old friend your body once made in abundance, but now needs a little help to remember. It's a small promise to your muscles and your mind that you are still taking care of them. Of course, as with anything new, if you have pre-existing kidney conditions or other serious health concerns, it is always wise to speak with your personal doctor first. Your safety is always the #1 priority. So my dear friend, as we come to the end of our time together today, we've journeyed through some simple yet profound ways to help your body hold on to the water it so desperately needs. Let's return, for a moment, to the story I shared at the beginning about my patient, John. The wonderful retired teacher from Ohio felt so dizzy and weak despite his diligent habit of drinking plenty of water. His story is the perfect example of everything we have discussed. His body wasn't asking for more water. It was asking for smarter water. The constant fatigue and instability he felt were simply his body's quiet cries for the essential minerals that plain water alone couldn't provide. Today, I am happy to tell you that John is thriving. He no longer fears his morning walk. In fact, he's busy planning a fishing trip with his grandson, full of energy and confidence. He took back his independence with a simple change in his glass, and you absolutely can too. Because the most important lesson from our time together today is this. After the age of 60, the secret to feeling strong and stable is not about drinking more water. It is about drinking smarter water. We explored the 4 gentle principles to do just that, from the simple, powerful combination of lemon and mineral salt, to the quiet support of a natural electrolyte powder, the gentle, sweet nourishment of freeze-dried coconut water, and even the surprising strength found in a low dose of creatine for both muscle and memory. These are not complicated medicines or difficult treatments. They are simple, gentle habits that remind your body how to feel truly alive and resilient again. But as you know, knowledge is only powerful when we put it into action. So now, I have one very important question for you. What is the one commitment you are making to yourself after watching this video? It could be as simple as, I promise to try the lemon and salt water tomorrow morning. Or, I will look for a good, sugar-free electrolyte powder. Please, take a moment to share your personal commitment in the comments below. Reading your promises inspires me, and more importantly, it shows others in our community that they are not alone in taking that first, crucial step. Let's inspire each other. And if you found real value and hope in our time together today, you can show your support by giving this video a simple like. To ensure you continue on this journey of health with us, and to never miss another video full of life-changing wisdom, please hit that subscribe button. It's more than just subscribing. It's joining a community of friends, all dedicated to living our best lives with strength and dignity together. Finally, think of one person who needs to hear this message today. A friend, a neighbor, or a beloved family member. Please, share this video with them. You might just change their life. Thank you for your time and your trust. Stay kind to your body, stay wise in your choices, and I'll see you in the next video.